Welcome to Uncommon Facts, your ultimate channel for exploring everything extraordinary. Are you ready to uncover truths and debunk myths across all realms of knowledge, from history's hidden stories to tomorrow's technology, from Earth's deep mysteries to cosmic enigmas? We dive deep into it all. Every week we bring you facts that are as fascinating as they are rare. Dive into stories that will astonish, educate, and inspire. So make sure to subscribe and join us as we uncover the secrets of the unusual and the unknown. Here, every fact is a journey, and every story is an adventure. Join us every week as we bring you surprising revelations and strange facts that will challenge your understanding of the world around you. So hit that subscribe button and let's start unraveling the mysteries of the universe together. Remember, every discovery tells a story and every fact opens a door. Stay curious and prepare to be amazed. This is Uncommon Facts, where the only thing you can expect is the unexpected.
Did you know there's an entire layer of the internet that most of us never see? It's called the deep web, and while it sounds mysterious, it's actually far more ordinary and essential to everyday life than most people think. In today's video, we're diving into the world of the deep web, exploring what it is, what it contains, and breaking down some common misconceptions about it. What is the deep web? When people hear deep web, they often imagine hidden sites filled with secret content. In reality, the deep web simply refers to any part of the internet that isn't indexed by search engines like Google or Bing. In other words, if you can't pull it up through a search engine, it's likely part of the deep web. So, what does that include? It's estimated that the deep web makes up over 90% of all online content. Imagine the internet as an iceberg. The visible part above water is the surface web, while the vast hidden mass beneath is the deep web. Common parts of the deep web. Contrary to popular belief, the deep web isn't primarily used for illegal or secretive purposes. In fact, it consists of a lot of everyday content that most of us use regularly. Here are some common examples of what you'll find on the deep web. 1. Private databases and records. These include medical records, academic databases, and financial records. Hospitals, government agencies, schools, and banks keep sensitive information stored securely behind passwords or protected networks. 2. Paid content. Content hidden behind a paywall, like subscription services, research journals, and news websites, is part of the deep web. Because this content isn't publicly accessible, search engines don't index it, keeping it out of search results. 3. Cloud storage. Every personal file you've uploaded to Google Drive, Dropbox, or other cloud storage platforms is part of the deep web. These files are only accessible to you or people you choose to share them with. 4. Email and social media. Your emails, social media profiles, and any private messages are technically part of the deep web. They're not indexed by search engines because they're intended for specific audiences and are protected for privacy reasons. How the deep web differs from the dark web. One of the biggest myths about the deep web is that it's the same as the dark web. But the dark web is actually just a small part of the deep web, with a unique focus on privacy and anonymity. The dark web can only be accessed through specialized software like Tor, which conceals users' identities and locations. While the dark web has been associated with illegal activities, it also has legitimate uses for people who need anonymity, like journalists working in oppressive regions or individuals seeking online privacy. All dark web content is part of the deep web, but only a tiny fraction of the deep web is actually dark web content. Why the deep web exists. The deep web isn't hidden because it's suspicious or dangerous. In fact, the reason it exists is mainly for privacy and security. Websites and platforms often host sensitive or private information that shouldn't be accessible to everyone. For instance, hospitals protect patient records behind secure databases due to privacy laws. Subscription websites need to keep paid content restricted to authorized users, and educational institutions limit access to resources for students or staff. In short, The deep web is a practical solution for keeping information organized and secure. Common myths about the deep web. Let's clear up some of the biggest myths surrounding the deep web. Myth 1. The deep web is dangerous. Many people assume that the deep web is a sketchy place filled with illegal content. In reality, most of the deep web is made up of secure and private information, like banking records and academic research. In fact, we use the deep web every day. Every time you check your email, access private documents, or use a subscription service, you're technically on the deep web. Myth 2. Only hackers use the deep web. Another common myth is that only hackers or tech-savvy people use the deep web. But as we've seen, it's filled with things we all use. Whether you're reading a message in your inbox or logging into online banking, you're accessing the deep web. Myth 3. The deep web and dark web are the same. This is one of the most persistent myths. The dark web is a small, specialized part of the deep web, where user identities can be hidden for privacy. The vast majority of the deep web is not dark web content. It's just ordinary information that needs to be kept private or secure. Real uses for the deep web. Beyond personal data and subscriptions, the deep web serves a variety of purposes that benefit people around the world. Here are a few examples. 1. Privacy in communication. Some journalists, researchers, and activists use certain parts of the deep web to communicate securely, especially in countries where there is heavy censorship. These spaces allow them to speak freely and safely share information without risking their safety. 2. Research and academic resources. Many universities host databases, research papers, and libraries on the deep web, accessible only to students, researchers, and faculty. These resources are gated for intellectual property protection and to keep access limited to authorized users. 3. File storage and management. Businesses, government agencies, and individuals rely on the deep web for secure file storage. Whether they're storing financial documents, legal records, or personal files, the deep web allows for safe, restricted access. Is the deep web safe? Yes, the deep web is generally a very safe place. In fact, it's often safer than the surface web for protecting sensitive information. Because most of it is stored behind secure logins or restricted databases, it's harder for unauthorized users to access. But, as with anything online, it's important to practice basic internet safety when using the deep web. For instance, always use strong, unique passwords and stick to websites and accounts you trust, especially when accessing sensitive information. With these precautions, the deep web can be a safe and valuable part of your online experience. Why the deep web matters. The deep web may not be as visible as the surface web, but it plays a critical role in protecting and managing our data. Think of it as the internet's secure layer, keeping your personal files, emails, medical records, and financial information private. Without the deep web, our sensitive information would be far more vulnerable to exposure, as everything we do online would be public and searchable. It also helps organizations and institutions control who accesses specific resources, keeping systems more organized and safe. Final thoughts on the deep web. The deep web might sound mysterious, but it's actually a practical part of the internet that most of us rely on every day. From checking our emails to reading paid news articles or storing private files, the deep web makes these activities possible and keeps them private. While it does include the more secretive dark web, the deep web is primarily used to protect our information, making it a vital part of the online world. The next time you hear about the deep web, remember that it's not a hidden part of the internet designed for secrecy. It's simply the internet's way of keeping information safe and accessible only to those who need it. If you found this video enlightening, make sure to hit that like button, share it, and subscribe to Uncommon Facts for more fascinating content. Let us know in the comments if there's a topic you'd like us to explore next, and we'll see you in the next video.